Hey you guys, it's Monica and welcome back. So today we're going to be doing this Starbucks Rhinestone tumbler. I am using the 24-ounce double-walled clear venti cup from Starbucks. The Starbucks cups come from Starbucks. If you want to get a Starbucks cup, you're going to go into your local Starbucks. This one I actually got through the drive-thru because it's still COVID and the store was closed. And so I went through the drive-thru. I'm like, hey, you got that Starbucks cup? They was like, yeah, this one. I was like, yep, that one. And then you're also going to want to have one of these little heat guns. You're probably going to be like, cool, what size is that bit? That is a 34 SS bit. You just twist it on and twist it off or whatever comes in your kit. You're like, how did we just jump here, Mom? It's going really fast. I know, because I lost the footage. Literally what happened, y'all, is that my husband comes in the room and he's like, oh, your camera's really old. This camera has to be like 5 years old. I'm like, yeah, it's old, but it's good. It's working. The video quality looks good, right? He's like, I don't know. I don't be watching your videos. I'm like, well, I'm telling you that the video quality looks good. And sure enough, I filmed the whole part of me punching the hole in the cup and putting these initial stones in here and showing you guys all of that. And I go and put the SD card in my computer and the file was corrupted. So I guess I probably do need a new camera. So yeah, this isn't a long video because this isn't a long process. It's not like a trick to it. So if you do want to see how I put the hole in the cup, I will link my snow globe video, and it's doing it the same way. It's not a secret. You just heat it up, press it down, pull it off. You got a hole. I was trying to, like, the sucky part is I was really doing like manipulations and stuff because you guys had left comments like, oh, I can't get it to come off in one piece and stuff like that. So I was doing things to kind of help you guys through how to get it all off in one piece, and I had all that on film and it's all gone. And so yeah, Lord, this isn't a hard thing to do, y'all. It's just, like I said, it's a quick video. We're moving fast. So we already got one color done. That was Get Paid. That green color. This next blue color is Maldives. And so I found that working in smaller amounts on the lid works better because your hole doesn't get clogged as quick. And so I'm also I have these really fine needle nose, super sharp tweezers. I had to pause. I don't know why. Like, once I started filming, I could not watch. Y'all knew I was watching Martin a couple of videos ago. Now I'm watching 227. So I'm just really going down memory lane. I'm just watching shows I've never watched before, to tell y'all the truth. I don't know if you have a suggestion of old show that I should watch next. Let me know. Don't suggest like Friends and stuff. Like, I've already seen that. King of Queens, all those kind of old shows. Like, give me something like really old, like 80s, 90s. So yeah, that's how we're rocking. So that's how we're looking with this. And so I will give y'all a count of roughly how many stones I believe. I was working out of not full 4-ounce jars. And so I'll kind of give a guesstimate at the end about how many stones that I would think that I used making this cup. All right. And so Sonic was the last color that we used. And there's no secret formula to getting them in there. Oh, I used SS16 size stones. I thought SS12 would be too small, and I thought SS20 would be way too big. So SS16 worked out perfectly. It kind of creates like one layer inside the double wall, which kind of fits perfectly. I really was worried that these would be like a weird size and I would have holes. But no, they worked out perfectly actually. And so what I'm doing now, because you might, once you get to like this point, you might like stop and be like, oh, that's good. But I was on a mission. I was going to fill this cup to the brim because I didn't want the cup to flip up and then my stones shifted. Like, I kind of wanted, you know, it's not a snow globe. You know what I'm saying? So this like each layer only took me about 10 minutes to do. But this part alone probably took me 20-30 minutes because once you start filling it up so much, the stones are going to start popping out. So you really got to like get your placement, move your cup, use your tweezers, all that kind of stuff. And again, you don't have to fill yours up like this that much if you want them to move. I did not want mine to move. So that's just something to keep in mind. And I'll show you how that ended up looking on the bottom. So now the whole bottom is filled. So you can see the whole cup literally is filled to the brim with the stones. So, and I think that turned out really nice, honestly. And so just to check my theory that as long as I filled it up all the way, I'd be good. So I'm flipping it over, just shaking it, making sure I have very minimal movement in my cup. And yes, I have on pajamas. No one judge me. It was a snowstorm. There ain't nowhere to go. Girl, I'm stuck in the house. I can't even go to the post office. I'm not a good snow driver. I drive an SUV and I be slipping and sliding. I'm like, how come my neighbors and they 4Runners be out here acting like the snow is not a thing? My husband's like, you can't drive. And I'm like, oh, that's probably it. because there's no reason why in my SUV I can't plow through the snow. I have all the modes I can flip my car in. Girl, I be out there almost losing my life. When I tell you, and I'm gonna plug this hole with the epoxy. When I tell you I was driving, so I live right in with this, and if you're in Colorado, it's called the foothills. I live right at the base of the foothills. And so I rounded a corner up and going into the mountain, and a snowstorm hit me. And so my car was driving straight. Next thing I know, my car was driving at a nice, flip my car 90 degrees, and that's the way my car was drifting up the interstate. When I tell you I've never been so scared in my dang life, I said, give me a hurricane, give me a tornado. But these snowstorms, I'm not built for this. I am just not built for it, but we'll survive. So yeah, that is the Gorilla Glue 2-party 5-minute epoxy. And so I tried to use the bumpers that you see me use in the snow globe. You see them, and they're sitting on the desk in this, and I didn't like the fit of it. I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna plug it with epoxy. And so this was after 1 layer of epoxy. It did sink in to the hole, but the good thing is it didn't sink down the cup. And so I'm gonna just do another layer. Like, I waited like 5 minutes. I came back, checked it after about 5 minutes, and I'm like, oh, it sinked in, let me just do another layer. The good thing is it's really gonna solidify where your stones are in place. They're not gonna move much on that. You don't have to worry about that bottom part moving. And so I'm gonna mix in a little bit of Care Bear Fine into this, and this one is completely optional. I don't know, I just don't like the look of just that plug being plugged, if that makes sense. Like, I wanted to, I don't know, finish it out, especially since I wasn't gonna like bling the top or anything. Definitely a good suggestion. Might go back and do it later, and I'll eventually post this on the website once I decide if I'm gonna put vinyl on it, because I have a really pretty tech wrap blue green vinyl that I think would go great with this. I just have to figure out what to put on it. Give me suggestions in the comments, and I'll put it on there, and then I'll post it on the website, and then I might bling the lid too, depending on if I'm in the mood or not. But yeah, just mixed in a little glitter, because someone had asked, can you mix in the glitter? Absolutely, girl, not a problem. You can do it. You just need a little bit. And so I'm just going back with some isopropyl alcohol and cleaning up everything, because you don't want to leave any little pieces on there, because then they'll dry and then your cup might be uneven, and that's not cool. And so here's the final look. I told y'all this was a quick one. Not me not cutting out my transition. Y'all see how I go. So yeah, this is the cup. I will post a slide at the very end, because I'm still talking about how many stones I think I used. But if you like this kind of video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like the video like I just said, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Instagram at Period6Designs, follow us on TikTok at Period6Glitter, check out our website period6glitter.com, leave a comment. Let me know how your day is going. Let me know if you got anything planned for the weekend. Let me know what you think I should put on the cup. How should we do some more to the cup? And I will see you guys in the next one.